I think what we should do today is I'll sit here and finish my coffee and you guys do all the talking and I'll just watch and listen. How about that? Good morning. Welcome to day 94 of the 100-day project. This is day 93 and we made a bunch of cards and tags and things out of our scraps that was left over from our Let the Pile Decide journal. So now that the journal's done and now that I've used up a lot of these scraps, I don't know what to do. I think what we should do today is I'll sit here and finish my coffee and you guys do all the talking and I'll just watch and listen. How about that? Here's what I decided to do. This is one of those papers I made the other day using the stickers, and I made these the same day. Okay, so it didn't turn out like I wanted it to. The stickers stuck. These old stickers that won't stay down. If I was paying somebody to make them stay down, they wouldn't stay down. Stuck to this paper. So it's kind of scruffy looking. So what I want to do is kind of restart on this paper. This is watercolor, but I'm going to take my India inks, the Bombay India inks. There's Daler Rowney and there's Liquitex in the container. And I'm just going to paint over this paper with the colors I want to use. These are a little bit translucent, or a lot translucent, so I might still be able to see the shapes of the letters through it. I don't know. If I don't care. I'm at the point where I don't care. I want to use this up and I want to fix it, or at least change it, because I don't love it. So I'm just going to try and match as close as I can to the color I used of watercolor. It's not going to be the same. It's just not. But we don't want the same because we don't like this. So I'm going to use a lot of water and try to dilute it down and just spread the color around. And this paper has not been prepped by any stretch of the imagination. There's nothing on here that preps it. So this probably will soak right into the paper, which is probably okay because I don't think I want to prep this. Let's just go ahead and make it wet. That way the ink can blend with the water. And I'm just using a round brush. This is a size 20. So I'm going to put some of the ink in the water and then I'm going to wet the brush again and I'm going to spread the ink around. And there's some paper that's tearing up off of here because when I tried to pull the stickers up, the paper was coming with it. So it's kind of scruffy looking, but I think that's okay. We'll see what happens. You know what? I'm just going to let it go where it goes. I don't care if it blends. Oh, I let that sit too long. You can see the dark spots. Well, that's okay. When you got nothing to lose, you can play and have a good time. We got nothing to lose here. Well, I'm liking this better already, but it's not where I want it yet. So let's turn this around. I think it's just fun playing with the colors. You know, maybe I should have just dotted them like that all over the place instead of spread them around. That would have been fun. Okay, this is gonna need to dry, and I need a piece of paper. I use this paper to just pick up the extra. That's pretty. I need another one though. Got a new paper started now. I want some browns in there before I dry it. Just kind of filling in the holes there. Okay, let's see what this looks like when it's really dry. So I'll be back when it's dry. Okay, so this is it so far. Not done. We're gonna make it all wet and yucky again. Looks like a big old flower right here. And then like a cattail right here. And another big flower right here. And a flower right here. I see flowers everywhere. All right, I'm gonna dry this now. I have Payne's Gray now. I either want to splatter it on there or maybe I want it in blobs. I don't know. It's a really dark color, but it's really pretty. Let's try a little daub here. How about we spray it with water? What'll happen if I spray it? Besides making a mess. All right, can y'all see that? Let's go up a little higher. Oh, that's just, I think that's gonna be pretty. So what I wanna do is let this dry while I go play Frisbee with the dogs because it's time. And Allie has a schedule and she likes to keep her schedule. If she doesn't keep her schedule, she lets you know that you're off schedule. My little clock dog. Should I do this? If you go fast, it doesn't count, right? All right, I'm gonna go for a little bit. Oh, that's pretty. Look at that. All right, I'm gonna let this dry naturally. I'll help it with the heat tool when I get back if it's not ready. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go play Frisbee with my dog. I'll be right back. All right, it's dry and I see lots of things in here. I'm gonna take a white oil pastel and I'm gonna bring out some shapes that I see that I like. And the reason I'm using the oil pastel is because I can heat it up and blend it in if I don't like what I do. So I'm just gonna use the oil pastel and that way I can blend it into the page if I don't like it and then kind of start over. But it will act as a resist, which I kind of like. So we'll see. All right, now what I want to do is bring out these shapes by pushing back the thing that I don't need in this image. And it's going to be hard to do because I love all of this. Let's bring out some more. There's so many images in here. I really want these, and it is in the area where I was going to push it back, but I want this, so we're going to try. I have some here too, but I think I'm going to leave it alone. Now, do I want to push this back with black or white? You know what? I'm going to push it back with white first. I can always change to another color. I'm going to use this Golden Acrylics Titanium White. And I'm gonna try and test out just a little area and see if I like it. Thing is, I won't see the lines. All right, I gotta rethink this. This is not what I want. All right, I'm gonna try Robin's Egg Blue, and that's because it is very light. It's kind of transparent in a way, so some of the background color might come through, which is fine, and I like the color. So that's good enough reasons for me. I tested a little piece down here, and it seemed okay, but you never know when you start getting a lot on there, so I'm just gonna start playing and see what happens. I'm using a small brush, medium brush, large brush, whatever does the job. I'm going a little slower because I want to make sure I don't cover something I really want. I don't quite know what I want to do with the bottom. I didn't want to bring the vase all the way down to the bottom of the page. And I have these flowers off to the side as if they're growing out of something, but at the same time, if I put a line here, it might look like a table, which I think would be kind of cool. So I thought, well, I'll just take a different color to distinguish the bottom for now, and then I can decide. I'm gonna try this patina, just a way of trying something to see how I like the separation of the two, and then if I needed to go over it with the blue, I could, but I didn't want to suspend this in blue. It's maybe too close to the color that I'm using already to really tell. I like distinguishing the difference. I like the line, so I'm gonna make it darker. I just haven't decided what color yet. And I like the flowers coming out of nowhere. Because it wouldn't be me if it didn't have something weird going on. Here, that's what it looks like. And I'm kind of wishing this wasn't cut out at the top. I used a piece of it, but I think what I'll do is probably just trim off the top. I don't know. I'm probably not going to use this for anything because the paper is just torn. It's rugged, it's tearing, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, it's not something I would probably put in a frame or anything. But, you know, maybe I would. Who knows? I want to bring out these shapes more without using the oil pastel again. So I'm going to use this Vase chalkboard marker. It seems to work on everything, so I'm going to try it and see how I like it. So I've got a little spot up here I need to fix, and I also have overlapped all my flowers because I'm following the shape, so I need to fix that and, you know, decide what flower is going to stand out and which one's not. I'm going to bring the India inks back and just let some of these flowers stand out a little more than others. All right, I'm gonna let this dry on its own for a little bit, and then I'm gonna come back in and probably do some more background work. And the splatters were probably a mistake, but I just was feeling it, so I did it. And I gotta go down and help with lunch and stuff, so I'll be back in a little while. Well, I had lunch and now I'm back and this is really dry. I'm gonna take my Caran D'ache Neocolor II crayons and I'm just gonna go over the lines, the white lines in here, kind of loosely, and then wet them and see if I can actually get it to do anything over this marker. I'm just going to try a few more colors and see if I like what it looks like. I've been playing around with the vase a little bit and I put a little bit of my white Neocolor on there, but it's not doing the job. So I'm going to take a little bit of Liquitex Gesso. I want to put like a white area in here. I'm going to let this dry for a minute, and while that's drying, I'm going to take my robin's egg blue and I'm going to go over some of the outside background areas some more. I kind of like it the way it is though, honestly, but I'm going to do it just a little bit. Okay, the paint ran out, so I'm not going to do any more. I actually like a lot of the stuff that's coming through. This is not what I expected I'd be doing today. Oh, and this is Faber-Castell Gelatos. I'm just smearing it with my finger. I'm going to bring my pencil in and just do a little pencil line work like I like to do. So now I'm just going to take my Woody Stabilo pencil and I'm going to wet my paintbrush and I'm just going to go in a couple of areas where I kind of made it look like a leaf. I'm going to use my Stabilo. I am not going to make this area dark down here, but I am going to make a line with my Stabilo and then I'm going to activate it with water. Alrighty, I could keep playing with this, but I have run out of time. If the video goes up today, I've got to edit. So let's just turn this over. And let's see how far up I can get you. I don't think I can get you up all the way. Nope, I can't. There you go. That's as good as it's gonna get. What I'll do later is, after this is completely dry, I will spray it, and then I might add a few more marks, and then I'll probably put a gloss finish over it, only because I don't want this to smear, and some of this stuff on here will smear. And honestly, probably what's going to happen with this piece is it'll get cut up into shapes and things for other art, because I did it on a piece of paper, first of all, that was already cut. I just wanted to change the paper that we started with because I didn't like it. It's much prettier than what the other paper was. I like it much better. So I will hold on to this for future use, either cutting out shapes or cutting out sections. I don't know. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed playing with all the colors, and I enjoyed taking that paper that I didn't like and turning it into something I like much better. I will see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.